Hey guys, what's up? I have a quick little tutorial video today that I am going to talk about hi-hat tricks. The tricks that I often use in my own productions and the tricks that other professional producers use in their tricks. They are like velocity control, HAAS effect, sidechaining, panning, and stereo widening. And I have prepared a quick little loop here, kind of a hypnotic, minimal, techno, ambient loop, I will say. Let's take a look. So I have these hi-hats, but right now they are really not that interesting. It's almost kind of boring, I would say. And I am going to try to make it a little bit more interesting. The first thing that I will do probably when I have this type of track, I will control the velocity of each hi-hat so that there is a bit movement in the hi-hat itself. The easiest way to do it is actually make it a bit more velocity dependent. This button here actually controls how much the velocity will affect the volume of the sample. Let's put it somewhere around 60% so that it is a bit more dependent usual. You can draw your lines or your velocities here one by one, but what I'm going to do is I'm gonna click the control and then draw a line, and this will kind of fix the velocity for me. And I would like to have something probably like this. And let's make this a bit more. So they are not exactly the same, but I have kind of like a up and down, kind of a bit side chain effect. You can simply decrease this one all the way down and it will be really side chained, I would say. So you don't need to use sidechain compressor, but I will have another compressor at the end, so let's keep it this way and take a look how the sound itself now. You can hear the movement in the hi-hat and it's a bit more interesting than it was before. Minimal techno tracks or techno tracks in general is all about this type of movement in the sound because they are quite repetitive. The second thing that we can look for actually a HAAS effect, and you can basically emulate this effect by using a ping pong delay in Ableton. If you put a ping pong delay here, let's say we would like to emulate the frequency range somewhere here. Let's put it's around 50-50, so it will control how much of the initial signal will be panned. And the HAAS effect is basically delaying one of the channel a bit later than the other one, so our ears perceive it as a kind of a stereo sound. And to do that, you can just off the thing here, decrease the feedback all the way down. And HAAS effect should be around like a 5 millisecond to like around 15 millisecond, I will say. It depends on a little bit the sample size or sample length. If you have shorter sample, then you should be looking for somewhere shorter. Here, something like 5, 6 to 8 maybe, or 10. And if you're longer sample, you maybe look for a little bit longer, like a 12 to 15. And easiest way to do that, actually just playing it and then just hearing the effects itself. Right now it's completely the same. If you just start increasing this, you will start to feel the signal is kind of split on the right and left. Without, it's super in the middle, and with this one, it just panned around. And now it's getting a kind of wider and it's getting like a bit more interesting. I will use a compressor on top of that one just to show how you sidechain and how the effect will be. And let's get a compressor. So, and then we are going to sidechain to my sidechain kick here. I have prepared a kick sample here really short because my original kick is really long. I don't want to be sidechained that long, so this one is quite short and it will do the trick, but it's turned off, so we won't be able to hear, but I'm just going to use it for the sidechaining. And if you start playing again, and let's bring this one down. when you sidechain things, it's better you listen to complete loop or track, because when you isolate the sound itself, you are maybe overdoing things. So let's look at all together. Yeah, something like this should be fine. And after this one, we can maybe think about panning the hi-hat a little bit around. You can do the pan by just clicking A and then just control the panning here manually. You can just probably, I don't know, you can just pan things around a little bit, something like this. Now now I'm really exaggerating things, but I would prefer actually Autopan in this case, because it is quite a repetitive hi-hat track. So I'm just going to drop in an Autopan device from Ableton here. And then I'm going to take a look at the sound again altogether. Or let's take a look alone to see the effect itself. And we can make it even more drastic. It basically puts the sound right and left, so you hear the movement in the sound in the stereo field. So we made the sound move in the volume level, we pan it on the right and left, and we sidechained on the kick, and then we are even moving the sound right and left. So in most of the time you wouldn't like to have all these effects in a single closed hi-hat, but I'm just showing the different type of effects that you can use, so you can pick which one you would like to use in the original, in your tracks, basically. Take a look again. I think we should replace that. It's too much. And finally, I will drop an utility device, simply because this will give me also gain control, so that I can control the gain rather than just trying to fix everything here. And I can also increase the stereo field. Utility has this width option here. Let's take a look. So it just widens things up, so it even becomes a bit more drastic. And then I can also control my gain here. So something like this. So we started really boring hi-hat sound, and we just made it a bit more interesting for listeners. Now we started moving around, panning around, the velocity is changing, it's sidechain to kick. So like I said, now I'm overdoing things just to show you how the effect is, or what the effect is. But you can use it on your own taste, I will say. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed the video, and don't forget to subscribe. That will also keep me motivated for the future videos. Other than that, have a good one and see you next time. Goodbye.